Hello, we are back for another reading, and today I've decided to do something different that hopefully you guys will enjoy more. It is a pick a card reading, but today is going to be something special. You have 3 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. These are oracle cards. Once again, this is for entertainment purposes only, and just take what resonates. Let's begin. I'll see you in your pile. Welcome, pile 1. What we have here is the moon in Aquarius for you. So instantly, I have a feeling, I get the energy that your pet could be either a cat or a bird. Don't come at me if it's wrong, but that is the energy that I'm getting from this card. They are very adventurous, very curious, and they love to be around you all the time. So their overall energy is very spontaneous, as it says. The time is ripe for celebrating life. Make the most of parties, gatherings, and other social opportunities. We're going to be seeing what your personality is versus your pet's personality. Just hold on. My brain is lagging right now. It does seem like I'm getting my brain is just lagging here. It could be because you struggle to even, it's funny that I'm saying this, but you may struggle to communicate with your pet. Maybe they seem to need more adventure, more oomph in their life. They're very rebellious. You can tell from the colors and everything, from the fact that it's celebrating life and they're just wanting to live their life. Who cares what you as their owner thinks? They're gonna do stuff, and they're probably doing things that are aggravating you, honestly. But yeah, I'm getting the fact it could be a bird. It could be a cat or a bird. I keep seeing cats. Possibly a tabby, or it's either one or the other. It's either a cat that is very short-haired and is kind of like a tabby cat with a short tail, and they give off this very rebellious vibe, or they're very luxurious looking with a very long poofy tail, but you love them dearly, and they're I love you too. We're gonna get into the reading now. To be quite frank here, I have a ton of cards that fell on the ground. And it seems to me that your energy overall, because I'm shuffling for your energy, it seems to be that I get the energy that you're just kind of want things to be a specific way, and your pet is the complete opposite. So the 8 of Cups, we have the 8 of Cups being you and your personality. Overall, you have a lot to give. You have a lot of emotion wanting to give to yourself and others in general, which I honestly instantly got from the beginning, as I said earlier. Then we have your pet's energy, which fell on the ground. They are very angry. I get a lot of anger. I'm sorry. No sorry, no apologies here. Okay. Your pet's energy is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They're very, very aloof. Very crazy. I see them jumping on the couches. And your connection, what connects you to? Oh, this is cute. It does seem that you guys meet in a you guys have your own boundaries and you're trying to set your boundaries with your cat. I have a feeling that you're probably trying to like train. I'm saying cat. I'm so sorry. If you don't have a cat, just take what resonates. But when I say cat, I'm saying that they're very mischievous, I don't want to say self-centered, but they're thinking more of themselves and thinking more highly of themselves. I don't have a cat. I have a dog. And they're crazy for a dog. But if you've seen my shorts, you could have seen their paws in there. Yeah. And the Queen of Pentacles being your cat or pet, I get the vibe that they know. I don't know how to say it. They know they're that pet, is all I'm gonna say. In safe terms, they know they're that pet, and you make them feel like they're not that queen, I guess. They want to feel like they're on top of the world and everything, and because you're their owner, they're taking care of everything, you're trying to make everything strict and in a specific way so they're not getting hurt or doing anything stupid. The connection energy that I feel from this is you're taking care of them. Obviously, you love them to dear death. And they take it, but they're hesitating because they don't want to seem like they need help from you. Because they can, quote unquote, take care of themselves. But I have a feeling you've seen them do stupid things. I have a card that fell out. Ooh. Actually I have 3 cards that fell out. I thought it was 1. Oh, they're all in reverse. No. Well, it's not a bad thing. Going back to the connection. Let me just reorganize this. Okay. What I see in your connection is that there's a need for stability between you two. There's a need to do something in order to make your connection just thrive in general. There's a need in order to be able to share your emotions together. What else? There does seem to be some sort of... can I explain this? There's no authority or higher. It's like I melded your and higher. So you are the higher person, but clearly this pet of yours does not believe it and is refusing to even trust your love. But they take it because they know they need it. But there is this need for stability. What I could recommend is in order to be able to strengthen your connection with each other in a more healthy way, because you do have a very loving connection. I do see that you love them so much, and I do think that they love you too, but they just don't want to seem to admit it because of the fear that you're just there to take care of them instead of love them. They just, I don't know how to explain it. What I would recommend is honestly maybe try to talk to them differently. We as animals, we show any sort of emotions and thoughts through action, so maybe act differently in a sort of more trusting way. Maybe see how it would go if you treat them the way they treat you. If they're ignoring you, ignore them too. You might realize that they might just come up to you and realize, hey, actually I miss you. Can we somehow vibe together? I was gonna say talk, but unless you do have some sort of power, which It would be amazing to be able to talk to your pets, but that's a story for another time in another episode. Now, for our last piece, I wanted to see what their thoughts are to you, because that's the point of it. That's the point of the whole reading, right? I guess maybe you're an unwanted gift. Not saying unwanted gift, but I feel that like they see you as this, you know, when you get a gift on Christmas and you never asked for it, but it's there and you kind of like are grateful for it, but you don't want to admit it. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, because I heard present. But at the same time, I didn't get the right connotation intention from present. Ah, lovely. This is the back of the deck. So, it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, their thoughts towards you are the devil, which the devil represents ego, consequences, just kind of the things that are more raw, in which they are kind of in the shadows. So they don't want to, they just see you as a person that takes care of them, but they don't want to admit it, which is pretty much everything that I've said. And I do feel like you tell them they're beautiful all the time. Beautiful, handsome, whatever your gender is. Just continue loving them, but I would honestly recommend showing love maybe in a different way, so that you could maybe experiment in seeing how they would react to different forms of love. Let's say if they don't like hugs, or maybe let's say you don't give them enough hugs or something. Well, of course, you don't want to force yourself onto your pet, because that is invasion of privacy. But just kind of inviting them, for example, for, what's the word? Oh my god, I forgot the word. Affection. I heard appreciation. So I do see that they appreciate you, but there's some sort of ego that is kind of stuck. I'm not getting anything else, honestly. If you are a working parent, and I say parent because your pet's basically your child, if you are working a lot, this could be their form of experiencing you being out of the house as like not enough attention. It does seem like they need more attention than you realize, just because they seem to be rejecting your affection, or seem to not appreciate you around the house. I do not think that that's the case, due to the fact of how they see you treating them, which I don't think is intentional, but they may see it. If they seem to try to show you any love, that you may not give it to them as in a form that they might want you to, if that makes sense. Take what resonates. And that is it. Honestly, what is something that I could show you to maybe give you some inspiration? What could I tell you? This is the Cosmo Tarot. If you are wondering, I really love the art on it. I do plan to get more tarot and more oracle decks, but overall, this is your reading. Maybe go outside with them more often is something that I wanted to tell you. But other than that, there's your reading. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you take what resonates. I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye. Hi there, Pile 2. Welcome. If you feel like this is the one that is for you, then hopefully it resonates. Of course, if it doesn't, then just take what resonates for you. Enjoy. And honestly, at first I did feel that there is some sort of sadness. The waning moon is talking about letting go of that which is causing you inner turmoil. Now is a time for casting away emotions that are no longer serving you. The overall energy that I'm getting is it is possible that your pet could be very sad. And we're going to get into why. But at the moment, I'm not sure of why, but it does seem like there could be some sort of maybe illness. If possible, it could be of old age, and there's some sort of just sadness and being very tired, unable to, how could I explain this? It is very hard to even grasp on this energy because it's just very slow moving, very tiring. It's almost like the moon is almost going to be gone. I forgot what the waning moon even means. So I am back. The waning moon is talking about phases that are ending. So it's either there is sadness around some sort of illness, as I said earlier, some sort of age. Maybe they're sad about something going on with you. Earlier, I'm not sure if you found this. Maybe there is something that you found out with them. But earlier this candle was falling and connecting to, the wick was connecting to the candle, creating a little bridge, and it just unattached from the candle is going back up. If that resonates, then there is a symbol of some sort of letting go, just like the card waning moon is talking about. Moon phase is all about change, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be the end. It is possible for that phase to just move on. And it's just you can start over. That energy can just be here temporary. It doesn't mean that something bad may happen, but at the same time, it is not your fault of anything. I do not think that it is caused by you. It could be of natural causes. It could be, if you do feel like that you have some sort of connection, and it might be your sense of, your hand might be dipped in the situation, then I don't think you had a choice if anything is going on. A ton of cards are falling out again. Oh, God. Okay, what we have with their energy, with their current energy. I was gonna say personality, but I don't think this is their personality. It is just their energy. We have the Five of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess, and we have the World. There's just so much sadness, goodness, but it doesn't mean that it's the end. It could be a new phase of some sort. It could be you having to let go of this pet and moving on to a different life, whether that means genuinely of that sort, or just letting go of your life and going on to a different world, going on to a different family. There is a lot of sadness. There is something that they cannot control. Pets are very innocent. They're very innocent. They don't understand how the world works. If their soul is old enough, then they can view it a little bit differently. We do have 2 major arcana cards, so they do feel very strongly about whatever is going on currently. There's a lot of strong emotions going on, and they do seem to know that whatever's going to happen, they do have a lot of trust in you. I know we're already going ahead of ourselves, but I do see it that there's a lot of trust in you. There's a lot of no matter what, they will always love you because there's stability and the number 5 resonates change. So there's definitely something that's going to have to change. They're very old and wise, as in their soul. They may not understand everything, but they do speak when they do speak their truth, is what I'm saying. The world can talk about just a different sort of change happening that has to happen, whether it has to do with, obviously, family, as I said earlier. We're gonna move on because I'm going in circles. Now we have you. It's just heavy energy. Oh goodness. Okay. For your we have stagnation. Your energy, I don't know if I said personality or energy, but your current energy is very stagnant. You can feel like things just started and it's just not working for you. Although I do see that the 2 and the 3, your angels are around you. Your angels are telling you what to do. You're a very good person and you're very strategic with things. The 3 of Pentacles, it could be that you may feel like you have no support. I think that there are just many choices that you feel like you have, but at the same time, the only 2 choices that you do see is that it's either right or wrong. Whatever people choose, my candle is falling apart. You could be just both in this sad state. There is a lot of just sadness around this. But I do feel just a lot of stagnation in your energy. There could be some sort of, I do see fumbling with money. So maybe there's financial struggles going on, and no matter what you choose, it just seems like no matter what's happening, you feel like you're not supported. No matter what you decide to do, you won't be supported. You have to understand that physical support may not always be there for you, but your higher divine will tell you in your intuition what is best for you to decide in your path. Yeah, just a lot of choices and a lot of stagnation, just a lot of depression because of this stagnation. Let's see what your connecting energy is. We have a card that flew out, and oh my goodness, it is the Star. We have 2 cards that flew out. We have the Star, and we have the King of Cups. Oh my goodness. Your connecting energies. What connects you two is that you both feel a lot of emotion for each other. You both love each other, and you both see, maybe you may not see exactly where the light is coming from this depressive energy that you feel like you're stagnant in. Although I do see that there is some sort of, no matter what is in the physical that may feel like it is very loose and unable to grasp, your energy between you two, no matter what, is very strong. I feel like even if you do end up, whatever is, okay, going back, I had to turn off blow out my candle because it was just falling apart, and I did not expect it to just be falling apart the way that it is now. It just seems like there's just a lot of emotion that is expressive between you two. It is very good that there's a lot of stable emotion between you two. I get the feeling that maybe your pet could be a boy or have a lot of divine masculine energy. I'm not saying I'm assuming genders, but that is just the energy that I'm getting and that I'm receiving. It could be something small that is affecting you financially, or it could be something huge that is affecting you financially. No matter what it is, there is a light that is being shined upon your connection, and I feel like the divine is very much. Just look at this. It's beautiful. I feel like the star that is being depicted in this card, in this reading, is just beautiful. Like, no matter what, no matter the situation that seems to be, it's a very, very loving energy that I feel. Now oh my goodness, this is the energy that they have towards you. These are their thoughts towards you. They love you very, very much. They see you as this caregiver that is just beyond amazing, and even if you don't have enough for them, they still see and feel that love that you have for them. Whoever you are, you're an amazing person, and they see you as this amazing shine of light that is just constantly being given towards them. But something is clearly there's some sort of turmoil that's happening overall. But no matter what, they have a lot of love for you. And that's pretty much oh, wow. They see you as like pretty much like God. This goddess that's just with unconditional love towards them. It's beautiful. Your connection is beautiful. I hope that whatever is going on fixes and somehow resolves. I do recommend these crystals, carnelian, if you do need some sort of positive energy. They have just a lot of, I don't know if this one's carnelian as well. I don't know. I'm stupid. That's red jasper. I'm pretty sure. If this isn't, this probably is. But what I'm trying to get at is you have to look at the support in the right places. If you expect that people are going to understand what is going on, it may not be in this connection, but just overall, not everyone is going to be there for you. Not everyone understands what's going on. And as a result, if they don't understand, then it's maybe harder for them to support you. From time to time, there will be people that will support you no matter what, even if they don't understand, and they are beautiful people. But not everyone, unfortunately, is that type of person. But overall, going back to here, your energy between you two is amazing. Don't doubt that if they love you or not. This is your reading. I hope you have pieces that resonate with you. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It would honestly help me and motivate me to create more videos like this. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Welcome, Pile 3. Thank you for joining me for this reading. I hope that whatever you find in this reading resonates. and let's get into it. So your card is the Hare. It says that it is an auspicious time for new beginnings. And what this means is obviously that it's talking about the new beginnings. A hare is usually depicted as this mischievous, very just full of energy, honestly. It could be that either your pet is very young and you just received them, you just got them as a puppy. Either you're about to receive your pet, or I'm getting the feeling that maybe one of your pets may have a baby. Either way, there is a lot of positive beginnings happening, and I do feel that there's some sort of anxiety around this, whether to just make things right, just to make sure that everything is going to be well. The hare has huge ears, and in my opinion, the way that I see this is they're going to be learning a lot. They see you. I get the energy that they seem to see you, that of this person that they're going to learn a lot from. They have full trust in you. And you're like this god, and you're just going to see them as this child. I do see that you see them as this child, this beginning of kind of like a toddler running across the hallway with a loose diaper, and you're trying to change them and it's just not working out because they're running away from you, and they're just so playful. I feel anxiety around this. I don't know why, but I do feel like maybe you're scared that maybe you might not be the best pet owner, or they may not like you, which is you're here. And I mean, as a pet owner myself, I was terrified. And he's my first baby. He's not my baby, but in our family, we were all terrified on how it's going to end and how everything is going to work out. And everything worked out well. Your pet seems to be, I do see white, not only because it's a white hair of a drawing, but I do see that maybe your pet is white, maybe they are a bunny, but I do see they could be very emotional, just very young overall. Fiery energy, honestly, as well, but very emotional, fiery energy from this pet, from the energy overall. Huge eyes, and just their senses are very amplified as I see it here. So I'm very curious on what's going to happen between you two and what is happening and the connection between you two, because it's very anxiety inducing. I do feel it. So I have 4 cards that fell out, and the first the first category that I was going to do was their energy. And don't be terrified because of all of the reversals. But it's funny how they're all swords. There is a lot of fiery energy, as I felt earlier. And I trust you, I have shuffled these cards 10 times. It is a new deck, but I did shuffle them, I promise you. I shuffled them probably like 10 to 15 times, making sure that all of them would be shuffled. And it's very interesting what I see here. It's not too bad. It's not very bad energy. But the swords talk about there being fiery Aries energy. They could be born in March. They could be born in, I hear June. I'm not sure if that's a fire sign that is born there. I think it's a Gemini. I'm not sure, but don't come at me. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, we have the Four of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the first one that came out was the Page of Swords. Now, let me just analyze this energy real quick. That's, what I feel here is a lot of, I want to say, emotion and action wanting to be set towards this new beginning that is happening. Can you see? Okay. There is a drive towards this new beginning that is kind of like almost being forced in. If it is a puppy, they might feel very overwhelmed right now and just wanting to do things their way. I'm so sorry. Okay, you can see now. There you go. And that could be why your anxiety could be coming from. Maybe they could be having very similar anxiety around this, where the world is new and it's very overwhelming because of all the senses that is being perceived by their senses. And it might feel like everything is falling on them. Like everything's wrong, everything's painful, everything is just, it should be the certain way and it's not working. But the Four of Swords and the Seven of Swords, I do see that it is being led by the divine. The universe is leading them into this world very gently, but they are very just overwhelmed by everything. And that's just their current energy that I feel. They're very, the type of pet that they would be or can be very soon or are, I cannot set the timeline. I mean, the time is irrelevant, but they're very fiery and very feisty and wanting to do things their way, and it's just not working out, and so they're very overwhelmed. When things don't go well, they're very stubborn. It seems that they could be the one that's crying over spilled milk, is what I'm saying. They're just very stubborn that it has to be a certain way. Just very fiery energy, you get me? As I was saying, I was just trying to take a look at the Seven of Swords, because I personally was overwhelmed by what was going on here. And I think I already said this, but because of this new beginning that they're falling into, they are not wanting to do things because they're still a baby, or maybe they're acting as a baby if they're not a baby. I keep moving this around. It's like I can't find a specific place for it. But the Seven of Swords is just basically talking about how the universe is trying to lead them into this life, and they refuse to step on their feet and start moving. Kind of like a child. I'm going to give my sister, for example. My sister, when she was a toddler, becoming an older toddler, she knows how to walk. She has walked before. But at the same time, the second she took that first step, after a very long time of not walking, she ran. But before that, when a child of the universe is very overwhelmed, it's very hard to take that first step. And the universe is just kind of pushing them, just so they could realize that the world isn't what they think it is. It is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie, it is a cruel world. But at the same time, they have to realize that if they don't take that first step, then they're not gonna feel that love that you want to give them. They're just kind of looking at themselves at the moment. I don't think it's their fault. It's just the timing that is happening. And the blessings, because of not wanting to take responsibility of growing up, then they are kind of delaying their blessings. Let's get into your energy. I get the initial reaction. I just keep thinking that maybe you're just taking it too seriously. I am getting a message from the universe just saying that you just should take it slow. I know it's going to be very overwhelming for you too, because your pet is going to be very overwhelmed. I do see, because of the new beginnings, whether you're receiving them or maybe they're a foster pet or whatever is going on, that I lost my train of thought. I just see this anxiety from you, that you're just terrified that maybe they're not going to accept you or anything. Maybe they aren't accepting you. I don't see this being a current pet. It could be either who just received your pet, or they're going to be in your life soon. And it's coming forth very strongly. But what I lost my train of thought earlier. What the universe wants you to know is to not take this too seriously. They're going to hold their hand for a bit and prepare them for you, pretty much, is what I'm getting. I get the emotion that maybe you could be doing a lot of research just to see if you're going to be a good parent and everything. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Kind of like what I was saying earlier, what your energy is depicted in this current state is just a lot of stress and feeling that everything's moving very fast. What the universe wants you to know is that you should slow down. If you are in a position that you feel like you're not moving fast and being prepared for this, which could be where the anxiety is coming from, you may be terrified. Like, sometimes we are terrified to start, and procrastination happens. It happens everywhere in life. And if you feel like this is happening, where you're moving too slow, the universe may be telling you to start preparing for it, but in a different way. Start moving your feet towards this differently. Understand. But overall, I do feel like because of this anxiety overall, I get the initial energy that I'm gonna stop. Fidgeting, worrying, wanting things to be perfect is literally seeping into this reading and coming through me into here. You want things to just go the way that you want it to go, so you're not going to be worried. But because of this perfectionism, it is creating anxiety. The universe is reminding you that yes, you are a parent, but remember to give time to yourself. And this happens to human parents as well. Human parents? You get what I'm saying. Parents lose track of time very, very fast, and they want the best for their child. Well, I understand that not every parent is like this, but typically that's what happens. And when a parent loses track of time and wanting to do everything for the child, they become very irritable. So the universe wants to remind you to have yourself on the schedule as well. When you are preparing for this, place yourself on the schedule as well. And I see schedule very money, a lot of fear of stability, that things might not go the way you want it to. just remember to give to yourself. Give back to yourself as well. Now, what we see. What we see for your connecting energies, the universe just is slowing things down. I am very anxious right now and I feel like I'm too slow. So if I feel that way, I feel like that's how you feel. Let's see what the connecting energies of you two are. Oh wow, that's a lot of cards. Very strong. Ooh, yes. I'm sorry, but like, as I was shuffling before even starting this reading, I saw a glimpse of the Magician and I thought, new beginnings. And I didn't even see the Oracle yet. I didn't even see the hair being depicted in this reading. I just saw the Magician. I'm like, there's new beginnings. So you're probably a baby parent. And what the Magician talks about is you creating this reality. That doesn't mean that you have to be nervous about it. Just remember to take time for yourself and be able maybe write down things. Writing down helps me a lot, but it may not work for everyone. So what you could do is maybe think about some ways that help you. What are some things that make you happy, that make you feel like a child? And what would you want from your parent if you were your puppy? Or I hear puppy. If it's not a puppy, then it's a different pet. But just take what resonates. You are creating this reality, and I don't want you to be too nervous about it because it's going to go all with the flow. I just recommend you to just go with the flow. The universe will show you signs, and you're not a bad parent. Stop thinking that you're going to be a bad parent, because you're not. You worrying about this makes you a good parent, okay? Just understand that your pet will feel love from you if you show it. And this comes from just the priorities. I'm not even going to list them because we're not going to talk about that right now. Yes, research and preparing is good, but being anxious about it is going to make you irritable and terrified to even have a pet in the first place. Embrace it. And that's just, I don't know. We went on a tangent for a second, but I just felt like I needed to express that to you. Just stop worrying so much. I know it's easy to say because I'm an overthinker myself. But you're doing amazing. Don't give time back to yourself is what I'm trying to get at. So give yourself time to see what makes you feel good. And if you do feel like there's something wrong, justify. See if that thought is even justified. If you have anxiety, I keep burping. I'm sorry. Take it as it resonates. I don't know. I watch a lot of esotarot, and I'm a huge fan of her. And she burps a lot. And it's funny because I'm like, I don't get that. But I'm burping, and I haven't eaten in like a long time. So I'm like, why am I burping? Oh my god. But okay, going back. You two are going to start this new life together. This new phase in your life together. There's a full moon. I know it is not uncovered, but it just means new beginnings, right? So you have to manifest and maybe write down on a piece of paper what you want to happen, what you expect to happen. And at the same time, don't be too strict about it. Just go with the flow, because if you're too strict about your manifestations, then your manifestations are going to be driven by anxiety, and they will not manifest the way you want them to. It's going to become something completely different that you don't want. So remember to just go with the flow and trust in the universe. And you both have these qualities. It's very funny how you both have these qualities. You both have this fear of trusting in the universe, one of you, which your pet and you will be able to bond with. And I honestly just recommend finding ways to de-stress in whatever way that may mean. So let's get into what their thoughts are of you. I get the feeling that you're going to try to get their attention a lot, because I just whistled and that's how I get my dog's attention. He's sleeping right now. Cleanse your energy. If you feel like you're tense, cleanse your energy. Okay, we have 2 cards. One, that's the second one. And this one, okay. We have the Knight of Cups and we have the Six of Cups. It is a mess. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, we have this Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups. Your connecting energies are the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups. I am very anxious right now. It does seem like you may feel like there's a sense that you're not giving enough. You may feel like you're not giving enough to your pets, and I assure you, you're giving plenty of love. Oh, there's another one that flew out. Okay, just to realign and kind of not make this too confusing, your 3 cards that fell out were first the Knight of Cups, the Six of Cups in reverse, and Temperance. Now, Temperance is a major arcana, which I feel like is what this energy between you two is depicting, is the fact that you may need to take things slow. There is a huge... I heard the word reconcile. So maybe you guys are going to have a very hard time connecting, because your pet may want it one way and you're going to want it another way, because you want the best for your pet. You're coming at each other with this huge, fast energy because new beginnings are very exciting. So what the Temperance is trying to be depicted as is a blockage. Because of this blockage, it is caused by conflict, is what I see here. But at the same time, it doesn't need to be seen that way. Conflict does not mean that there is some sort of ending happening. It just means that you're learning more about each other. So if you feel like there's something that's not working out, that doesn't mean you keep doing that and expect different results. If you feel like you're not giving enough, that doesn't mean to give more. If you feel like your pet is not reacting to what you're doing, then you can't do the same thing over and over expecting different results. You're learning emotions with each other. There's just a lot of fast emotion. There could be tough times because of this, but if you're coming at each other with fast and harsh realities and expecting that they're going to understand, it's not going to work out. There will be blockages happening. Take things slow. See how they react, your pet, and act accordingly. If it's not working out, change your actions. That's the best that I could tell you. And if you feel, as I said earlier, if you feel like you're not giving enough, trust me, you are. this pet might feel like you're giving too much because they want to be the boss of everything. And you're like, no, I'm the boss. You gotta listen. Because that's how pets are. That's how babies are. They're testing the waters. And you're just kind of placing your authority over this connection. But one thing that I have to say, and this may not resonate with everyone, please do not slap. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say abuse, because abuse is one thing, but just disciplining your pet roughly is another. So your pet does not need rough discipline to learn their reality. It's actually going to make things worse. Earlier we had the hair, and it is a lot of stimulation that the universe is giving to this pet. Understand that these new beginnings are going to be very stimulating. I keep going around Instagram. I wanted to say something, but it's just not working. And understand that they're only just a baby. We all forget that not everyone comes from the same reality we came from. So it's very hard to have them understand where we came from. And if we just understanding, there's your word, there's your that's the word that the universe just wants to teach you, is the word understanding. It means that even if you don't know what is happening, understand is your vocabulary word. That not everything is going to... I'm going to give you an example. Like, for example, someone lives and comes from Chicago, and you have a friend that came from the very rural parts of Canada or Mexico. You guys don't come from the same culture, but even if you two do speak English very well and you took English classes and you both graduated with high master's English, that doesn't mean that you both understand the same thing. So being open-minded and slowing down is going to help your connection a lot in order to open up these blockages and see that this blockage is going to turn into choices that you can take instead. Don't see this as a blockage and that it's not working out and to push harder, but see it as choices. If this is not working out, try something different. Don't do the same thing twice. I am restating things over and over, so just take what resonates. If you enjoyed this reading, give me that thumbs up and comment what I could do better for you. And subscribe. It really does help and motivates me to create more content like this, because I do enjoy doing this and I just want to help you guys out the best I can. Once again, this is for entertainment purposes only. So if you enjoyed this reading and then you enjoyed my video, then just give me that like button, and I hope to see you again soon. Have an amazing day. Okay, bye.